It's week 4 of the 2024 season. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Monarchs and the Mounties under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us north of the border in the historic French-Canadian city of Montreal, Quebec. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Montreal club. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Londoners, they've had a long few days already as they were in London last week, back in the States and on the road this week.
And they had some travel troubles coming back from London, but since they came back with a win, they'll put a...
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway here in Montreal. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
We'll take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game. And, gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late-season push when we have everyone back? It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. In motion right is Thomas. To the air with McCarthy. That is caught. And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Throwing again, McCarthy. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The numbers for Davis last week, 8 catches, 119 yards.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in his first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A give up the gut to Hill. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hyatt goes in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
In motion left goes a tight end. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing here, Dobbs. This one caught by Osborne, right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
in motion, the tight end. To throw is Dobbs. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and 9.
Dobbs. Out right to Bourne. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Dobbs. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Dobbins is in for a touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. In motion right, that's Hyatt. Here's McCarthy. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. You look at this defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll go as a 16-yard gain as they pick up the first. Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles, because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
Here's a 2nd and 5. In motion left is Thomas. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On the slant, he's got Davis. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Throwing is McCarthy. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground, it's Hill. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Looking to throw McCarthy. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. To the air again, McCarthy. Flush to his right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Hill to try again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Now Dobbs. Throw caught there by Osborne. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Dobbs is throwing. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Dobbs to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll run with Dobbins. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Mounties are able to extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Sly on for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 5. McCarthy off the play fake. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw Dobbs. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. This time they stay on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. To the air with McCarthy. Thomas has got it. Complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This is 2nd and 8. The final shot before break. McCarthy. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin across the Hudson from Manhattan in the borough of Brooklyn, where you see the final score there. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were treated to a fine first half from running back J.K. Dobbins. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half, and now 7 on the game.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard.
Second and a yard at the 16-yard line.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing here, Dobbs. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will take it in for the touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Mounties take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. Joey slide out and kick off after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. To the right side and complete to Thomas. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
In motion right, that's Hyatt. Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. And Thomas has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Here's McCarthy. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. They'll send the tight end in motion. McCarthy operating from the gun. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is McCarthy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not lapping it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards that time for number 14.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
A stoppage here for an injury. And not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Dobbs. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. To throw is Dobbs. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Mounties will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. On play action, now McCarthy. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now McCarthy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
58 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good. 4 on the 3 first down.
They run it again with Williams.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. On play action, it's Dobbs. Open man is born. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
Dobbs is throwing. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Bourne going to go in motion right here.
Now Dobbs.
Pass caught here by Osborne.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
One more time with Dobbins. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Joshua Dobbs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Mounties have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. J.J. McCarthy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Monarchs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The offense on third down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Another run here with Dobbins. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They're going for it with the option right. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
To the air with McCarthy. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. A handoff running left is Dobbins. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Montreal, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Lumberjacks and the Tigers under the lights on Monday night.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are thrilled to once again return to the gateway to the West, the proud city of St. Louis, Missouri. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for this visiting Portland club, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited.
Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Tar Heel, their rookie quarterback from UNC.
And talk about someone who has absolutely lived up to his scouting report, because when we evaluated him coming out of school, everyone salivated over his big arm. He absolutely has a cannon. And this coaching staff, they're not going to be afraid, even in his rookie year, to let him air it out downfield and find out what he absolutely can do.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 60 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage for every carry he receives this week.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Play action. May under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be a third and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The tight end in motion right. And they go play action with May. Completes the pass to Judy. Right across and pattern. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. This is Dillon on the counter. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Keeps himself upright. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll run for it with Dillon. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Tigers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And when you watch him play, you see even early in his NFL career, he's a guy who has the ability to change a game with his legs. And that's really important early on to understand who he is. And his coaching staff, they do. I think they're going to let him freewheel it a bit out there because they know how difficult it is for defenses to try and keep him hemmed in.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
This is such a good unit of covering passes down.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lumberjacks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Again, it's Dillon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Milton Williams there on the tackle. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing here is May. Now swing pass for Dillon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Running the toss here to Dillon. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, it's May. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw, May. He's got his target. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
To throw, it's May. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Dillon is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's May. This is caught. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. 7-7, our score after 1. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll look to run with Dillon. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Throwing now is Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Is A.J. Dillon such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series? And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. On play action, May. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, May with it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Achane on the counter. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. To the air goes Daniels. Under pressure, and down he goes. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. Here's May. He'll get this one to Patrick. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Here is third down and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
They'll throw with May. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
McLaughlin for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. From the gun, it's Dillon. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
15 yards there on the catch and run.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the couch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
To the air, May. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap, loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. A pass caught by Duvernay. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the
Looking to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. To throw is Daniels. He'll dump this off to Achane. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now Daniels. They set up the screen. Achane has it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Daniels looking to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Now the
defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin across the Hudson from Manhattan in the borough of Brooklyn, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. Pushing his way through. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Lumberjacks offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had the luck that they saw in that first half. Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
From the gun on third down, Daniels. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The home team's offense and running back A.J. Dillon headed back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give for Dillon running right. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lumberjacks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. Play action, now it's Daniels. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Here's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing here is May. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Dillon up the middle. Pushing through the contact. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 69 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They run again with Dillon, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. May. This is the tight end fan. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, it's May. He'll set up the screen to Fournette.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense, and it worked very well there for a first down.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second down.
They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete.
He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and that'll make it third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the shotgun, it's May.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been
touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Lumberjacks go up by 2 touchdowns.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. In motion, the tight end.
From the gun, it's May. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them,
And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this 1st down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes them.
41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Nabi Matabike. His 2nd sack of the night.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. To the air, May. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the shotgun, May with it. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll throw with May. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's May. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Dillon on the inside give. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Great 15-yard effort on the ground there on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
St. Louis, first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw here. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. And now another one thrown incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action. Daniels. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On first down, back to Achane. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Up the middle, Achane. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To the air goes Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Fourth down. Here's May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it.
Down the sideline he goes. He may go.
And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. Achane. Touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest, and this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Back to throw now on first down. Into the hands of Patrick, left side. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw again. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down. Throwing here is May. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's May. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw, May. Going right back to Fant. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Here now, 2nd and 4. To throw, it's May. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Portland, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it'll be their first loss of the season. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.